What is up, everyone? Kyle here. As you guys can see, just have the wheels off the car for a little bit. Going to be fixing that driver's side rear tire, brakes actually. I think that's what's causing all my brake pedal issues with being soft. That one is just off from what I've seen. I think that's what's causing the squishy pedal. So I got these wheels on because I'm going to swap it off, drive it. These are just a little too heavy and I want to make sure everything's feeling right after messing with it. But what we are going to do is we're going to take some weight out of this car. Basically, I'm going to take out as much as I can. I'm going to weigh the parts and see how much interior, trunk, all that stuff that's not really needed, how much that actually weighs. So I'm going to get a scale. I'm going to start ripping everything out. I'm going to try to keep it because I'm going to try to sell it. Headliner, carpet, all that stuff. I'm not going to put it back in the car. Just going to see what happens with this car in the future. So I'm going to turn this into a proper race car. Not too much aero, no motor swap yet. Just going to get some weight out of it and see what it does just as it is with more weight on the car. We're going to weigh it once we're done, after weighing all the parts and see how much we actually took out of the car. Little before picture, door panels, seats, dash, everything, rear seats, pop the trunk. You guys can see has everything in here as well. So I'm gonna start pulling some stuff out. Everything that I take out is for sale. If you guys want it, let me know. It's gonna be priced to sell. Literally, I don't even want to keep it. So if send me a decent price, depends on where you are for shipping, and let's make a deal to get rid of this stuff. But let's get going. You can see set up pretty good. Nothing on this side, just a wheel well there. Just metal. Some of these wires, I'm definitely gonna keep these wires. Don't want anything happening right now. But we can definitely take some stuff out and lighten this thing up for sure. So we look on this side. This is just where the sub would hook up if you have the subsystem in the back. Because that wire doesn't really have to hook to this, it can hook to something else. But you can take that out. Looks like there is something on the back side there, which I'm not sure of. Let's take a look. Oh, it looks like it does hold that. So on this car, I have it sitting over here. I'll weigh it once I get more stuff to get just overall weight versus just weighing everything individually. I already took the spare tire out, which is sitting over there, and then the jack was in the car as well. I'm not gonna weigh those, but it did come with the car, and they were already taken out, so it's not like any new weight savings on those. This one, if you guys don't know how to take it out, basically you just hit here and hit here on the bottom of the seat, hit and push up, and the seat just pops right back out. You can see the latches right here. That's why you push it in to get the latch to disengage. So we got the bottom out, just need the top, and we'll pull the top down. Got nothing back there. That's enough for tonight. We'll pick it back up tomorrow. Just keep taking stuff out, keep weighing it. I'm just gonna keep setting things in my little pile over here. And then once we get more, we'll see how much it weighs. Right, so far, because it is a base model, like a base model V6 Mustang, doesn't have leather, doesn't have any of that. So I've noticed like the seats and stuff are lighter than what I was expecting, especially with my red Mustang and the Shelby. It had like leather, suede. It was definitely some heavier material. This stuff is feeling much lighter, so I don't know if the weight savings will be as much, but it's definitely gonna be some weight savings. But I'll go to bed, get back up, and keep at it. What up, everyone? We are back. It's the morning. I'm going to go finish up this thing now. As you guys see, got the truck pulled out. It's going to rain. The property was really muddy. It was just the runoff we had, so spray it off later. Not going to show you guys that. That's not important. But have the back seats and the trunk stuff in there. Gonna go open up this thing. You see the bottom of the seats are out. Gonna take out obviously all that stuff because that weighs. You guys remember from the Shelby, that is pretty heavy. Not that, that's for the gas tank. But seat belts, stuff like that. Gonna get all this stuff out and get going. Just like that, it's all apart. One seat back. Obviously the little attachment just goes in between. And then the other one. I have a T bit. Again, we got one, it's an Allen key. Will take a long time. It'll be hard, but you can't accomplish it this way. There it is. So if you look at these bolts are kind of locked in the back there, so you can't lose them, they can't come out. But it does take quite a bit of time using this to get it to work. Okay, now we got the backs out, got the anchors out. All we need are the seat belts. And I'll probably leave that for now, we'll see. But definitely needs vacuumed out. There it is. Woo. That thing is warm. Pretty tight. Yep, there it is. Last of these. That's the bottom of the seatbelt stuff. Okay, let's see how much weight we got out of just the rear with the back seat and stuff. I think it's gonna be a lot less than what the Shelby was. Shelby, I lost about 54 pounds just doing a rear seat delete. This with adding the trunk stuff in as well, I think will even be less than that. This soft material Ford used for the back seat in this car, it's just lighter. I think it won't be as much as what I was actually hoping for, but let's get on the scale and see. Okay guys, results are in, and just like I thought, the overall weight reduction out of all that, including the trunk, which I didn't count in the Shelby, was less than what the Shelby after I put in the new rear seat delete. Up around here for your hardware, 3.4 seat back. There is a right and left to the seat back. So 9.6, 10.4 pounds respectively. Seat bottom for the back seat, 10.2. That was like 20 some for the Shelby. So big difference on the weight there. Trunk sides, 4.6. Trunk bottom, which is that big thing, is 5.8. A grand total of 33.8 pounds. Now, like I said, that's not putting anything in to cover it back up like I did in the Shelby. You look in here, it is completely just open. So there's nothing in there covering up anything like that. A lot less weight savings than what I want. It is weight out of the car, which every little thing adds up, but not as much as what I was actually thinking was gonna be in the car. So I guess we're gonna have to keep going to really get this car light how I want to. And I'm gonna have to think of some creative ways to really get the car down to the weight I want. I mean, I was hoping really around 3,100 pounds or so, And I don't know if we'll be able to get that without really doing some crazy stuff, but let's just keep at it and see what we can come up with. Now this is where the weight savings comes from. Had to move it just a little bit. 49.6. When I reweigh it again, I'm going to hold it. So the seat is just large enough where it barely fits on the scale. I'm going to hold it and see if I get the same 49.6. Okay, so weighed it twice, 49.6 both times for the passenger seat. So almost 50 pounds just like that. That means we're up to about 70. Can definitely get more out of it still, but I need to pause, clean this thing up a little bit. So we're gonna do that. All right, guys, I think we're gonna pause here for now, simply because the Sable seat I was going to throw in there, I do not have the hardware for S197. So I think we're just gonna leave it like this for now. And then I don't have any harness bars or seat belts. Because of how wide the bolstering is on the Sable seat, the seat belt kind of sits above me, like above my waist, and not actually on it. So I'm gonna hold off on that for now. These seats are not ideal, but they'll do for the time being until I get something to fit that specific seat. I'm gonna keep pushing, keep trying to get some weight out of the car. So far, 83.6 pounds. I got it written down over here. 83.4 pounds out of the car so far, with just a little bits here and there. Obviously carpet, headliner, and stuff like that, if we really want to, can all be taken out and save some weight. I think this, for the time being, is how we're gonna be. Hey, bud. So, stay tuned. More coming on this car, more coming, getting it light, getting it quicker without doing much with it. Until then, I'll see y'all soon.